Hey, good morning. How are you doing? The news about economic downturn because of the coronavirus infection has been talked about these days in the world, and the nations will grow impatient to this strict restriction and strict measure and strict policies by the government complain about the situation where the economy is really sluggish. So, capitalism, foods, driving forces, and unmistakably economic activity is inclined to adopt self-supporting earning system no matter how unreasonable situation and no matter how hard situation we fall into. So I think it still has difficult part to pervasive fair benefit of safety net to all the nations in the world if disaster happens. So I know it is obvious that people resist coronavirus infection restriction and coronavirus prevention measures because they need to protect their lives. But this is really still difficult for the government to guarantee people's life, everyone's life, with policies and the measures where it is in dilemma between economic restrictions and easing restriction. So even in any countries, the government has the element of socialism to function people's society fairly and to protect their life, but I think it still has limitation. So sometimes I think it is really the problem where the people or rely fully on the government policies and government measures. So maybe people don't have financial leeway because protecting own livings all the time. But if people have sufficient savings in this destructive situation, it is really good for them to contribute their kindness to people who suffer from poverty financially. So it is really important. It is really important way of thinking, I think, because everyone around the world always take care of themselves all the time. So, and they don't have any rooms to think about someone else in this destructive situation. So even in such hard time, we really have to help each other and we have to support each other without expecting anything in return. So this is the best way to, correct the course